Greetings, geeks and geekarellas. It is me, I am back for another Legends review. This time I actually remembered. Anywho, oh boy, this episode. I'm sorry, Marty and Jax, but this might just be my favorite episode of the season. Or if not the whole show. I mean, damn. If it's not my favorite, it's up there. This had so much. It had multiple returns. It had many laughs, but also a lot of feels, including heartbreak. It was character progression for multiple characters, including at least one being a totem bearer. It had a Doctor Who reference. It had multiple references in the appearance of D&D. It had John. It had Ava. It had Nora. Oh my god, this episode. I don't even know how to recap it, but I know what I just said there was kind of minor spoilers, but for realsies, I will get into actual spoilers now, so if you don't want them, I'll understand. Watch the episode, come back and watch this. Anywho, let's get into it, if I can. So, what's this episode about? It's about our great captain here becoming the totem bearer of the death totem, and it taking her over to become the Death Witch, which is that's the official name of Sarah going dark in this episode. And it just tells like all the havoc that she causes, because we find out that not only is she the person to be the death totem bearer, the death totem tribe of Zambezi was stricken from history because they agreed with Malus and they actively worked for him. So the totem is kind of on Malus' side. That, combined with the fact that Malus already had a hold on Sarah, so she went full on Death Witch and caused a bunch of havoc. She beat Ray half to death. She broke Amaya's leg, or at least fractured it. She beat the crap out of Wally, hit him with an anti-speed gun. And then she also beat the crap out of Nate. Which, by the way, the reason why she was able to do that is because Zari, she appeared as a young version of her little brother. Of her brother. And the way she got Nate was actually Grandpa. Grandpa Haywood. She appeared as Grandpa Haywood. And then for Wally, the way that she appeared was as Jesse. Saying things to try to get them to a subdued state where she could beat the crap out of them. And 2 out of 3 worked. Wally didn't work. And basically they hinted at that um, Kid Quick, or whatever you want to call it, is officially over. There's no going back. And Zolly might even be a thing now, because he said that he's going to fall in love with someone else. Maybe his fellow newbie, because they have such awesome chemistry. Like, he goes to save them. He's like, okay, I'm going to go in, use super speed, subdue her, and alright, zoom. Zari's like, we're all dead. Which I'm so for Zolly. I loved Kid Quick, but I'm so for Zolly. But yeah, speaking of ship stuff, while all of that was going on, Ava, alongside Gary, which is another thing, 11, don't have 11 fingers. Why this was awesome, because Gary's back with Ava, and they go looking for John to try to help Sarah, because they know something's wrong with her, because Ava does the hologram talk thing. And so they run into some trouble. They try to enter the I don't know what it's called, dream realm, spirit realm, I think that's what they called it. They try to enter that to go get Sarah, but that doesn't work because Malus has too much of a hold on her. It's then that we find out that Nora is trapped in there, but she's willingly trapped apparently, and Sarah's trying. I'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, so the three go make a Doctor Who reference. Gary figures out how to solve the day by using a D&D analogy. And so he comes up with the idea, him and John come up with the idea. They follow the death totem to reach the ship to go save Sarah. Meanwhile, like I said, Sarah's in the spirit realm, and Nora and Malus are showing her, like, one of the deaths that she did, one of the many deaths that she did when she was a member of the League of Assassins. Which this one happened to have a little girl who witnessed it, who is so totally not coming back. We know she is. You just gotta know that she is. That a grown-up version of that little girl is gonna show up. If not this season, next season. If there is one. Which, by the way, side note, for those that don't know, it was announced today that if it does get a season 4, John's gonna be a full-time member. Which, yay! But anywho, back to this, because so much is going on. So she shows her that and tries to convince her that that's the right thing and that she should join Malus. But Sarah's trying to fight it. Which I think is hint that Nora's going to fight it and Nora's going to become good eventually. But anywho. Back with the trio here. They find their way to the ship, and Ava, they get Sarah in a state, along with, because I'm going to have to jump to another story. So apparently, I've been going on long enough, so I won't get into the details, but apparently we get to the point where Mick becomes a freaking totem bearer. He's the totem bearer of the fire totem. Like, chosen. Which is so awesome and weird. Which, side note, I love a moment at the end. This is skipping ahead, but I love a moment at the end where he's just holding a fireball and John uses it to light his cigarette. But anyway, so Mick, now as the totem bearer, fights off Sarah along with John, and then Ava talks to Sarah and gets her out of it, and together they saved Sarah. But going back to the heartbreak that I mentioned before, Sarah's like, this darkness is always a part of me. You don't deserve this. Though we're going to find out next episode, the secret that Rip was hinting at before, which means that there are some weird crap going on with Ava, and Ava might just be a robot. So that's going to be interesting. That the assassin made a robot fall in love with her. Which I'm all for. And I'm all for robot equality. AI equality. I mean, I love Gideon. She even had a few good moments here. Which, hopefully, if Ava doesn't stick, we get a robot Gideon next season. But, yeah. That and a bunch more happened. I'm just flabbergasted. Can't even talk. And I don't want to go on for too much longer, so I will just cut it there. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this face, maybe think about subscribing. What did you think of the episode? Let me know in the comments below. You think Ava will stick? Will Nora become good? And is Nate really the intended bearer of the Earth Totem? Because that's another thing that I didn't mention because of the timing. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. Like I said, thank you for watching. Join me tomorrow for 2 videos. That's gonna be fun. Anyway, till next time, and beyond.